What is up, guys? Here we have a 5th place deck profile here at the RBT, what is it called? RBT IRL Los Angeles. But it was actually in Pomona, but I don't know, really good. So Majikon, you have seen him before, but here's the thing. He didn't take a traditional list as you might have guessed. You played what?
I played Spellcasters.
Spellcasters. So we took his deck profile before at YCS Anaheim.
Yeah.
And he played Spellcasters at a side event, but this time he took it all the way to the 5th place finish for RBT. Here's the mat that he was able to win. Top 16. I know, ignore the top 16, but it should be top 8. But they don't have a top 8 play mat, so he'll settle with this. And here's Gale. And spoiler alert, he does play Gale in his main deck.
That's why I was destined to win it, because I had the Gale.
Yeah. So play Gale on your list, and then you'll be able to top RBT LA. So, how do you feel right now? I didn't ask you how you felt.
Really, really good. Made this deck like almost a year ago. Bubbled with it a couple of times, so it was really sad. But today it finally was my day. I definitely drew good in a lot of matches to help me get it, but the deck did what it was supposed to. In the right matchups, it owned people, and then it threw a lot of people off just to surprise us.
Yeah, it always throws people off. We're going to go into your list, and then right after we'll go into your matchups.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Start with the spells. You got...
The spells first, got it.
The spells first, yeah. Then the monsters make more sense. You got 3 Secret Village. This card says if you got a spellcaster monster, your opponent can't play spells. So that's really owns decks like, you know, Hero Frogs, Amaryllis, Dragons. So if you can get this out early, basically can auto win the game. And then in matchups like Black Wings where it's bad, you just side it out.
What about Black Rolling? You want to stop Black Rolling with that?
You can, but the only thing is Black Wings only run like 6 to 8 spells. You really don't want Secret Village in a deck that runs, I would say, fat few of spells.
Sure.
Better cards you can side in like Dust Tornado, Cyber Dragon.
Yeah, I just want to pick your brain because a lot of people don't play Spellcasters, so you're kind of the guy.
Got one Allure because you run a lot of darks.
Okay.
Got the MSD. And you got one E-Telly because you run 3 Psychic Commanders in the main deck.
Wow, that's a lot of...
Because the best card is this guy, Arcanite Magician. He allows you to do really big plays that you'll see later on.
Cool.
6 spells. Monsters, you got 3 Defender. This guy's effect is when you summon him, he gets a spell counter like Breaker. And if a Spellcaster monster on your side of the field would be destroyed, you can remove a counter from your field instead. So he's really good with Secret Village, because if you can protect your Spellcaster monsters, they can't play spells.
Right.
And then his stats are just really good. 1600 attack, you know, can poke your opponent for a lot. And if you have to throw him in defense, 2000. Decks like Black Wings can't attack over, Heroes can't attack over. So he's really good. Every person I play against reads what this card does.
Yeah, draining time too.
Yeah.
Part of the fun, right?
It really annoys people. You run 3 Kaiku. Kaiku's really good in Edison format. You see him in almost every side deck because he owns Bayou, he owns Hero Frogs. Just really, really good card if you can resolve his effect against. Especially now I'm seeing a lot more Lightsworn. Played a couple Lightsworn matches today, and this card was the card that was carrying me in the Lightsworn matchup.
Yeah,
so.
I can imagine like Kaiku with the Secret Village.
Yeah, Kaiku.
Like, what do you do to that, right? Like set Raikou? That's all
they can do.
Set Raikou, yeah.
Set Raikou, especially if you have a lot of traps to protect it.
Yeah, for sure.
I run 2 Breaker. I used to run 3, but I cut it to 2 when people started playing like Legacy and Jar. But I like 2 right now. I think it's the right amount. He's, you know, still a Spellcaster. He gets a spell counter similar to Paladin. And what's good about Paladin and Arcanite that you'll see is they both say you can remove a spell counter from anywhere on the field, not just themselves. Let's just say you have an Arcanite and you have this guy. You can remove a counter from him to use Arcanite's effect to kill monsters, or you can remove a counter from Arcanite to protect monsters. So that's just really good dual use of your counters. I played against like a GB player who didn't know Defender could protect other monsters. He summoned like a Sam Knight with a Test Tiger and attacked my Arcanite, and I was just like, protect it with my Defender, and he's like, shit, I just wasted my Rescue Cat.
Yeah, they can't search for the Chariot.
The Chariot, yeah.
Get number 4, please.
So that really owned it.
Okay.
So there's that, and then because Breaker gets spell counters too, obviously, you can also use his spell counters for these.
Okay.
Breaker in general is just a really good monster. Owns Black Wings, owns Heroes.
He's at 1 and go format for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. You got that.
Good comparison.
You got 2 Crusader. You don't use his effect that much, but his effect is you can Gemini summon him to put a spell counter on cards that can get a spell counter. So you can put a spell counter on Breaker, Defender, or the Arcanite Magician. But the big reason you run him is because you run 2 Honest.
Wow.
And then
This guy plays Honest.
yeah, Honest is really good in the Blackwing matchup, which is what you see a lot of. Honest you can use with him, you can use with Defender, you can use with Arcanite. and it just really like surprises people, throws them off guard. They don't see the Honest coming, so they just maybe do like a big push or think they can kill your monster, and then you drop an Honest, and they're like, shit, I just lost. So
was he in your list last time? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember.
When I first built this deck, I didn't have Honest in it.
Yeah.
I realized the deck didn't have a good Blackwing matchup without Honest. It had like a Chaos Sorcerer, a Mole, and a couple other cards.
Right.
So I like changed up the deck to try to make the Blackwing matchup better, and it worked.
Yeah. And it has. I mean, you went 7-1 in this tournament.
Yeah.
And yeah, Spellcasters, you're putting it on the map for sure.
I hope so. I really
I
hope
hope
this.
so too.
I think this deck has a lot of potential.
Okay.
You run the 3 Spy. You run the 1 Descendant. If you're able to win the die roll and set a Spy first, you're really favored to win that game, I feel, because being able to flip a Spy, get a Descendant to pop whatever monster they have is really big. Spy's 2000 defense gives decks like Blackwings trouble. And it's the reason it's really good too is because you run the 3 Psychic Commander and the 1 Gale. So with any of your Spellcasters with Psychic Commander, you can synchro onto an Arcanite Magician. That's really, really broken because it's just a 2400 beater. It can get rid of their monsters or their back rows. Since it gets you a plus, even when you synchro with Psychic Commander, it's not a minus.
Yeah.
And then Psychic Commander is really like good by himself, just because he's, you know, a 1900 beater. So even if you draw him by himself, you can still just poke your opponent.
Yeah.
It's not like the tuner where it's just sitting in your hand and you're like, I really hope I have a monster I can synchro with it. You can just summon and poke him. I did that a lot. There was a guy I beat today where I poked him down with 2 Psychic Commanders, and to finish him off in the battle phase, I used an E-Tele to summon the 3rd one.
Yeah.
So that was really,
So you played
really
3!
fun. 3 Psychic Commanders for the win. So, but yeah. And then what's good about him too is he can lower defense. So like say you're playing like a frog deck and they have like a dupe frog,
Wow.
and you're just 1 2000 defense monster, you can attack with it, put its defense down to 15, and
For
then
the turn,
use
right?
yeah, for the turn.
Okay.
And then use like a Crusader, a Breaker, or a Kaiku to kill it. I did that against like a Botanical Lion today. He was sitting on a Botanical Lion. I just attacked with it, put it to 15, and then killed it. So you got a +1 through that.
So with the, I know you don't play Krebons, but what was the reason behind that? You don't like level 6 synchros, or?
There are no good level 6 Spellcaster monsters. The only one is Tempest
Tempest
Magician, and her
Magician,
effect is not that good. And the goal of this deck is to always have a Spellcaster monster on the field, because if you're able to get a Secret Village off and protect a Spellcaster,
Yeah.
and keep a Spellcaster, there's a good chance at least 2 to 3 cards in your opponent's hands are dead. And so you want good Spellcaster monsters on your field. You don't want,
Okay.
you know,
Sweet.
Arcanite Magician's the best one. A lot of these beaters are the best ones, so that's the goal of the deck, is get a Spellcaster monster, hopefully get this, and then just do whatever you can to protect it.
Got it. Okay. And traps. The
Traps,
big,
so it's 20 monsters. So you run 3D Prison, Staple. You run 2 Bottomless, Staple. 2 Compulse. I think 2 is good right now. Good against Bayou decks. Good against other Synchro decks. Matchups like Blackwings, it's 50-50, but I still just like to have 2. One of my favorite cards in the deck, Trap Stun.
Yeah, everyone's playing this.
Yeah, it's really popular, but it's really good in this deck too, because it allows you to do like broken Arcanite plays. Like, it's really good if you like summon a Breaker and they try to bottomless it, you can Trap Stun and then pop something else. And then just being able to, you know, go off with, you know, Synchro plays, or just counter like their Icarus attack or something is really, really good. And then if you have Trap Stun and you have Secret Village, that basically means all their spell and traps are dead, right? They can't.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Force lockdown with a decree.
pretty much. So they're screwed there. And you got 1 Solemn Judgment, Staple.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
Dust Shoot, Staple. Got 1 Mirror Force, Staple. Got 1 Royal Oppression. I got 1 in the side deck. I might put 2 in the main deck now that the meta is changing more into frogs and Gigabyte stuff, but you special summon with this deck too, which is why you don't want 2, but I think 1 is good just to, you know, it owns a lot of decks if you draw it at the right time.
Right.
The last card's a random card, a Sakuretsu.
Yeah.
I had a Torrential Tribute in the deck. I didn't like it because when I would summon, if I had Spellcasters on the field and I Torrential, they would die and then the Secret Village becomes dead, and then all the spells that were dead in their hand are now alive. So I just wanted another trap. I was debating between this and like Shrink and Widespread Ruin. For now, I just tried this. But I liked it. Probably cut it for either a Starlight Road or a Widespread Ruin, because I didn't have Starlight Road before because you know, Heavy Storm's not a problem because you run the Secret Village.
Yeah.
But now that I'm seeing a lot more GBs, a lot more Lightsworn, which Starlight Road's really good against. Like I played against what? Total of 5 GBs and Lightsworn today.
Yeah.
I would really like to have Starlight Road in my deck. So.
Yeah, but you have Oppression. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't it conflict with Oppression, when you say?
It does, yeah. Starlight Road conflicts with Oppression. That was a big reason I didn't have it in the one of the reasons I didn't have it in the deck either. But
Okay.
I just think it's good against GBs and Lightsworn, which I saw a lot of today. So I probably cut that for those.
Okay. And how many traps is that? It seems like a thick stack over
I
there.
think 14 traps. So
Okay.
6 spells, 14 traps, 20 monsters.
Okay. Let's go into your. What do you want to do next?
We can do side deck.
Okay. Side deck.
The 2 Cyber Bears. Got a lot of matchups like Black Wings, Machina decks. 3 Fossil Dyna. Really good against like yeah. I put a 3rd one in. That was the only switch since the last deck profile, but yeah, he's just really good against frogs, dragons, amaryllis, a new plant deck hopefully.
Every deck.
Yeah. So never draw him, and I'm never sad when I draw him. 2 Jujutsu Masters.
Haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah, he's been doing good. He's good against GBs, which I think this deck has a bad matchup against, and he's pretty good against Black Wings. I just like the fact that when you resolve him, it really puts your opponent back a turn. He stays on the field. You got a +1, and then because they lost their draw phase, they probably don't have another answer to him. So they probably have to find a way to attack him to kill him. It just really puts the momentum in your favor in the game, and that's why I really like it. And then people just don't expect it, right? Like if you were a GB player back in the day and everyone was siding with
Everybody
you,
hated it, yeah.
yeah, you would never attack a set
was on
monster.
top of your deck, like what?
Pretty much auto lock, yeah. But if you don't expect this card, then you don't play around it. So if they attack it with it, using like a Shura or a Bora or something, they get screwed. I really like it. 3 cross out. So it's
3.
yeah, for Raikou hamster decks, because those are pretty common, and then Raikou hamster decks can own this one. Like if you lose the die roll and they open like a Raikou and you open like a Spy, they're probably going to win because their Spy is going to pop your Raikou. Or the Raikou can just pop your Secret Village, so...
Yeah,
and
so you need to win it out.
And the decks that rely on Raikou hamster, like really rely on it. So if you're able to cross out a Raikou, you like really put value decks behind, you put Machina decks behind, their Avarice is dead, their value in their hand is dead, so that's why I like 3, to consistently get it.
Okay.
2 Pulling the Rugs for heroes, frogs, other stuff.
Okay.
2 Dust Tornadoes for Black Wings, and then Oppression for like zombies, hero frogs, other random decks that Oppression is good against.
Like Saber, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Luckily
go
didn't
into
play
your
that.
extra.
Extra
Most likely Arcanine Magician?
Yeah, Arcanine Magicians. You got three Arcanite Magicians. Like I said earlier, with Defender, Arcanite especially is really good because you can remove the counter from anywhere. You can use it with Honest, and then it just, good at getting you value. And then you just run a lot of 7 stars because you can't make much else in the deck. So you run all these.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy.
Yeah.
Gain some life points.
She didn't come out today, but if you have like a Royal Oppression in your hand and you need life points, it's good. Maybe if you go into time and the only way you can win is by using our effect in time, then that's an option, but everything else in here comes out every now and then. Black Rose was clutch today. I think I brought out Armor Master once, so it's just good to have these.
Yeah.
I think these are all the 7-star in Edison, but if there's any I'm missing, throw them in here. 2 Chimera Attack, because you got the Cyber Dragons.
Yeah, you got room. If you're playing 2 of them.
Yeah, and then all this stuff is pretty just in there because you have the room, but you can make this using a Cyber Dragon plus a Psychic Commander,
Right.
and you can make this using a Psychic Commander plus a Jujutsu Master.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't come up that often, but you have the room, so you just keep them in there.
Only play Krebons. No, I was joking. Yeah.
I thought about it for Tempest Magician, maybe 1, but I don't think it'd be consistent.
Because the spell counter, I feel like is important for you. No?
It's a spell counter, and I think it does like 500 damage, 1,000, so it's good at doing damage, but it doesn't give you value on the field, right? So maybe it's good to finish off the game, but I don't think I never test played it, so it's worth trying, but I personally wouldn't think it's good.
Okay.
And then that's the whole deck.
Okay, Majin, what were your matchups throughout the whole day?
Let's
Did
see.
you had easy ones or a bad one? Really?
I got some
really
really weird matchups, but I got it like here real quick. Played a dragon deck round 1.
What kind of dragons?
It was like a dragon counter deck, so it was just a very
Dragon
random
counter deck?
Yeah, he had like Vandalgion and stuff, so it was just nice. The guy was nice, but he was just running kind of like his version of the deck.
Okay.
2-0'd him.
Did he play trade-in?
Did he play trade-in? No.
Okay.
Yeah, he just played like Red Eyes, Future Fusion, Vandalgion, Dark Bribe. Yeah, so that was an interesting deck.
Yeah.
Played that. I played a GB deck that I won 2-0 against round 2.
2 OGBs, guys.
Yeah, that one was in my favor. Round 3, I played like a hamster, Arabella, Gravekeeper Spy deck, and I beat that one 2-0. Round 4, I lost to a GB deck. I think the guy I lost to came in 3rd though, so shout out to him. Round 5, I played against a Light Sworn and I won 2-1. Round 6, I played a Christia Sworn and I won 2-1. Round 7, I played a Machina Turbo deck 2-0. And then round 8, I played a plant deck, won 2-0.
So you played against Christiosaur and Lysor.
Yeah, I like this deck is designed. I want to play Hero Frog. I want to play Value Turbo.
Yeah.
I didn't play any of those today. The Blackwing matchup's like better now that I changed it up, but I still didn't play any of those. But I honestly don't want to play Lightsworn because they run Spellcasters. So
Yeah.
if you have a secret village and they just summon like a Lila, they can use all their spells. So the matchup isn't good. So it was kind of sad that I was running into a lot of Lightsworns, but luckily I was still able to beat them.
What was your final round? I'm sorry.
What's up?
What did you play final round?
I played a plant deck.
A plant deck. Okay.
Not the new one. It was just like a plant deck with Miracle Fertilizers, Titanial, Gigabytes, and Keegan's friend.
Oh, it's basically okay. Jacob. I think his name was Jacob.
Jacob, yeah.
Okay. And yeah, day one there was only a Swiss in the event, so no top cut. But I mean, he still won the prize, so that's all that matters here.
Yeah, really just happy to get a top with the deck. Been using it for a while. Glad I didn't give up on it, and then it did its job. It
Yeah.
annoyed a lot of people, but it won me a lot of games.
Yeah, sometimes that's what it takes to win the.
If anyone who's known me for a long time knows my decks do that. They annoy people, but they win games.
They win games. Okay, Kamaji-Khan, and I hope I see you more in the future with more spice. Maybe you'll stick with Spellcasters and whatever it is that you want to do. But yeah, thank you for the deck file, and I'll see you more in the future.
Thanks, man.